Welcome to Architect Playground, new episode and new time together. Today we will talk about something very special. It's certification roadmap and training practices that can help you to, ingest cloud security and DevSecOps world. I will show you several certification paths and also I will show you where to look for the resources and where to look for some training, even how much it costs, what are the passing criteria, and what are the streams or the consequences or the list of the certifications that you need to go through and reach some final expert level. So why it is hard to select specific path? This is a proof. I would say this gentleman, Paul Jeremy, created this nice cyber roadmap for certifications and is being updated. He's actually working on that. He's trying to search and filtering. If you want to know how much it costs, it's even included with the cost. So when you will go, I don't know, to see, IC Square or whenever exam or GVAPT, you will see, hey, this is $900 for exam. And when you usually click on that, it should like redirect you to the GIAC, web application penetration tester. So this is something where you should look at if you are looking for the security trainings. But in my field, like in the DevOps and cloud, I will say this is a little bit different because not everything is here for you. So security and risk management, I think that this is for different kind of people. And security assessment and training, kind of. The red one, the security operations, kind of depends on your preference. And I would say the red ones, which are offensive, like pen testing stuff. If you want to go as a pen tester, or if you want to go as a vulnerability assessment or exploitation engineer, or as somebody who understands the hacking practice, that's a path for you. But if you want to do cloud operations or cloud security or DevSecOps or cloud architecture and have this new gist of security, this is not the path that I will go on this side. I will maybe go to the network security and communications and cloud and SysOps. And when you will go to cloud or SysOps, you'll see that there are many like Cloud Plus, Server Plus, Comptia Cloud Essentials, like Azure Solution Architects Expert. There are like different certifications that I think that are the CKA, Cloud Security Knowledge, or Kubernetes, like Kubernetes Certified Administrator or Security Expert. These things will be for you. So if you want to look at specific path and you don't know what to search for, you don't know what to ask your employer for, hey, I want to have this new certification or training, because certifications without proper, dedication and testing yourself in the various fields and doing home projects is just a useless piece of paper. So when you will go to a search, this is the right one. The orange path, that's something that I would say, hey, it's interesting. The network and communications, I would say this is more for network engineers or network security engineers, and security and risk management, it's for architects. Security assessments more for auditors. And there's like a dedicated field for security. I really don't know why this was created. So I recommend to go to this particular page. You can, you see the world of security is massive. It's very big. And it's very hard to understand everything. There are experts in the specific fields. And, if you're a DevOps engineer or cloud engineer and you don't want to deep dive in security, you don't need to know all of these things. And it's even not possible to go through all of these things. I know people who are having like 60 cert plus and still are scratching the surface. So don't try to achieve something which is not, tangible or achievable. Try to focus on the things that will benefit to you, where you can have training, where it helps you to grow your own value, and you are not just receiving a piece of paper to show yourself. You actually, when I'm doing trainings or when I'm doing certifications, I spend months on practicing and deep diving of the matter because I want to have a value from it. And the certification is just a verification of your path. You should think about that in this way. If you want to get a training which is allowing you to do it in some feasible time, I recommend you to do 20 minutes per day. 23 minutes is a common attention span of any human being. So basically, 15 to 20 minutes per day will allow you to do it 2+ hours per week, which means a whole day of training per month. So what I also recommend to you is when you are traveling in the public transport, or when you are traveling in the bus or in the metro, it's a perfect time to use some mobile application. I don't know, like Cloud Guru or any others. They do have a mobile application, and if you will look at that mobile apps, it's very easy because these apps will allow you just to put your headphones, go through some tests, or check the videos, which can help you to get materials very fast. Also, think about of the training that you are not trying to reach the paper. You are trying to reach something that will give you more than just accreditation or certification for your nice and shiny CV. You are not doing that for that reason. You are doing it because you want to learn something new. So anytime you learn something, some new practice, or when you learn some new topic, I really recommend you to go through that by hands on and trying it. I usually take around a month for a topic if I'm training for certification. There are even certifications that I practice for 6 months plus because I really want to get something from it. I really want to get something new and learn something new because if you will not do it for yourself and not train hard and actually trying it hands on or exploring the topic deeper, you will not get the value from it. So actually think about the value which it will bring to you. So train, practice, and let that certification just be validation of your skills. Let it to be something that will just, be cherry on the top, not the purpose of your learning. If you want to go to AWS DevSecOps path or whenever we will call it, I recommend to you go to AWS Solution Architect Associate and Developer Associate simultaneously or in any order you will select, then to AWS Security Specialty, and then to DevOps Professional. I think that that's the best path that you can go through when you want to go to the DevSecOps field. Yes, you can add networking specialty, which will be amazing, but this is my base recommended path for AWS world. If you are willing to learn more about AWS, there is AWS Skill Builder. You have subscription, you can have free subscription, individual subscription, and team subscription, where it is obviously paid. But if you are looking for free resources, which are pretty good, you can search for security, and you will not find there DevSecOps. You will find there just DevOps and security. There are many trainings for free. You see here requires subscription. That means that you need to pay for that one. But the free ones, you just sign in, and the quality of the training is pretty impressive. So I will even say in this DevOps, and you can see that you can learn, even Korean. You can choosing serverless containers for .NET. So there are many trainings. If I will go, there will be many results. It's a 300 items, 300 trainings for free in AWS Skill Builder. That's something that I highly recommend you if you are trying to focus on the path that I recommend is AWS Architect, AWS Developer Associate, these two, and AWS Security Specialty as a next, and the final stage, AWS DevOps Professional. If you will combine all of these, that's a perfect preparation for the DevSecOps or cloud security. I think that with this skill set, not only with certification, but with this skill set, you will have the right basics to jump in the most exciting industry in the world, like nowadays. Pretty good training is on Cloud Guru. I'm sure that you know that. I just want to mention it. Cloud Guru is a training platform for learning. You have lots of trainings there. If I will go to dashboard, search for, I don't know, DevOps or security, you will find plenty of trainings with not just DevOps essentials, but with the exam preparations, exam cramming, exam simulations, and even the labs. That's something that's absolutely good for basic. If you are looking for better labs, I recommend Cloud Academy because they are having really real life hands-on labs where you just need to complete the task to go through that. What I don't like here is like the training here is good. It's basic, but it's still good. The issue is with the labs that you can just go through the labs even without completing them. In Cloud Academy, you just need to go through that and it checks every step if you actually completed the lab. And that's something that I love. So if you are looking for Azure-based security or DevSecOps or DevOps certification stream, I can recommend for you few paths. One of them is to go to AZ 500 and then to Security Expert, which is a following path. You have few options to reach Microsoft Cybersecurity Architect, like certified exam. So Microsoft Certified Cybersecurity Architect Expert is interesting path. I recommend to skip Identity and Access Administrator Associate and Microsoft Certified Security Operations Analyst Associate. If you are not going to SOC or Identity Management, I don't think so that this is an option for you. So if you want to go to Azure Security Engineer Associate, which is AZ 500 and it costs $165 as any other Azure certification, and even you can see the preparation guide on the Microsoft Learn. That's exactly the place where you will go if you want to learn anything around Azure. So when you will go here, first thing first, I don't recommend to go to Azure Fundamentals. It's an exam that doesn't expire, but it's very easy, and the best parts are not always the easiest ones. So you really need to go to AZ 500, and then you can go to Microsoft Cybersecurity Architect, which is SC 100, also for $165. And if you want to extend the certification, you just need to pass an exam or assessment per year. And basically, this assessment is for free. It's on the Microsoft Learn, and you have 6 months of eligibility window where you can do it. It's easier than in other certification streams, and this is the way where you can go to architect in security for Azure. If you want to do DevSecOps, then I recommend you to go to another path. So if I will go here, if you will check it, this is the first stream for security Engineer Associate, then Cybersecurity Architect, and then you should have this stacked exam, Cybersecurity Architect Expert. That's one of the things. You see here that you have the portal Learn with Microsoft, and you can go there. There are trainings, you can go to training, you can discover different paths, you can customize your path. There are videos, there are reading materials. So it depends if you are like a visual learner or if you are a person who needs to read. Both of your house will be satisfied. So when I will go to the DevOps or DevSecOps part, there is another like DevOps Engineer Expert, which you can reach easily by doing Azure Developer Associate. That's another path that I recommend to go with. Go together with the security one. It's an it's AZ 204, and it's very easy exam, it's exam that you should go through. That's a first stage, and if you want to go to like next level for the DevOps Expert, you should take AZ 400. So when you will see this one, you will see AZ 400. You see the price is still the same. So when I will go back, I think that here you can even, if you are interested in the study tree or how you can do it, there is a path. And you see that you have usually you have few options. So here you have Azure Developer Associate or Azure Administrator Associate. See, if you are like an ops person, the Azure Administrator Associate will be easier for you. But the Azure Developer Associate, I recommend that this path, Security Analyst or Security Associate plus Developer Associate, then DevOps Expert and Security Expert. That's the best path for DevSecOps or cloud security, because if you want to run cloud security program or understand any cloud security issues, I recommend you to leave your ops knowledge behind and start to think as a developer. That will help you and boost you a lot. So think like a developer, because in cloud, usually everything is driven by API. Everything is being abstracted. So everyone is becoming developer. So I would say the old mindset around operations needs to disappear in your head if you want to go this path. And we are moving towards something more interesting. You see the sales pitch here. It's always like that. But there is one training that's particularly very interesting. It's a certified DevOps professional, so aka CDP, And you can go to pricing because there are multiple DevSecOps certifications here. So when you will go to trainings, I would say if you want to do the courses or doing with the instructor like trainings, then it's all good. But if you want to do something like that, I recommend if you have options to have it online and to go with your own pace, to learn when you need to learn, to ingest it in your own way, because boot camps for 1 week doesn't make sense. People just get a huge amount of data in their head and they basically do not move. So it's something that I know. Let's give it like month or give it some time to get the gist of it. And when you look at that, this is a little bit more expensive. So DevSecOps Professional, it's like $700, $900 without the marketing trick. If you want to do this basic essential, the expert is above 1,000, and professional and expert trainings together almost 2,000. If you want to be like reasonable, I will go with the DevSecOps Professional, which is something when you will go through the lab, you can get information that you need for the DevSecOps job. You have even resources. There is also ebooks. There is live. They have this. I think that they had the DevSecOps University, so lots of resources. They have blogs. They have ebooks. So lots of good things to go through. If you want to go with some basics, I would say let's go here, and you have the course training here, 3 years of videos, access of dedicated Mattermost channel. I don't know why they use Mattermost, and some 60 base labs. So basically, when you will go to syllabus, it's about building the pipeline, understanding software composition analysis, SaaS, DaaS, all of these things that are around the DevSecOps. And basically, this is a hands-on training. This is a hands-on exam. Usually, these exams are 1 day assessment of your skills. So basically, you build the pipeline with all the security checks, and it is evaluated against the exam criteria. So it's not a test like ABC. It's actually you need to build that thing. So if you're looking for something super practical, this is your path. Cloud Security Alliance is not keeping themselves behind everyone else. There is a certificate of cloud security knowledge, which is more theoretical exam. So you can take an exam, you can go through their materials, which are for free. You can have this version 4, which means like Cloud Security Alliance white paper version 4, exam preparation kit, and you need to go through that and read lots of pages. I think that is around 100 pages when you go through that particular thing. And it's more for auditors. It's more for people who are looking for theoretical knowledge, or if you need to fill the gaps in the basics of cloud security terminology and you want to put yourself on the vocabulary on the right track and you don't want to do IC square trainings, this is for you. But I will say again, it's for somebody who wants to align their vocabulary and the basics. Something to add to that particular exam is there's this certificate of cloud security knowledge, and there is a preparation for it, and exam cost is almost $400. That's something that you need to like think about because it's not super cheap, and you need to think about the value price ratio. There's another called like competence and zero trust. Zero trust is a big thing. Everyone talks about that. Nobody understands it, obviously, because it's very subjective what you think about the zero trust, but it's also defined what it is. So everyone is trying to hide their product behind it. And this is also like independent on the vendor. So if you want to go to the path, want to learn more about the zero trust, that's also something to explore. And the exam cost here is a little bit cheaper, so it's $175. Obviously, very known CCSP is like CISSP. It's Certified Cloud Security Professional. You need to have 5 years in the industry. So if you are new, not for you. If you are doing just DevOps, not for you. If you are a security professional and you have CISSP, I don't think that there will be a huge value for you because it's around the risk assessment and the frameworks itself. It costs $600. It's also related to US requirements for the job, or I'll say even the European requirements for the job. You can see the domains like cloud concept, data security, cloud platforms, application security, security operations, and legal risk and compliance. So if you are not in some parts of that exam, I don't recommend you to spend $600. If you are targeting like cloud architect role and you want to focus on like even the framework and compliance around it, then it's actually for you, but you will need to take some time to ingest a huge amount of data and to go through lots of memorizing for this exam. And I have CISSP. I like it kind of because it helps me to align myself with the industry standard. It helped me also to understand as a developer the world of security. It helps me understand as someone who comes from different background and didn't study cybersecurity like the first place because I have computer science degree. For me, it was like, hey, this is really cool for somebody who wants to get in. So CISSP is nice extension of your CCSP is nice extension of your CISSP. And if you are not, if you want to go like more technical path, this one is not for you. So just consider that one. If you are looking for deeply technical knowledge, DevOps or DevSecOps job, it's not for you. If you are looking for the architectural jobs, this is something to to put on your roadmap. When you are looking for something in cloud and security field with Comptia, which is I would say that are more basic certifications, some things that are on the cert or at the exam itself are great. Like building the commands or real life switches running somewhere and you should go to the switch and do something with it or answer the IP addresses, space questions or design the siders for the specific amount of machines. It's really good for the basics and it's kind of practical. So I would say if you are new to the field or if you are working in the field and you want to go back to the basics or you want to use multiple stacked certification to reach higher level, that's for you. So here is something that I recommend for you because you have multiple cloud certifications that you can have. And I recommend Security Plus, which is the most basic security certification that you should have or you should get in Comptia and Cloud Plus. I already have the Cloud Plus, and that's something what was very interesting because it's independent of the cloud vendor. If I'm looking for, hey, I don't want to know AWS, I don't want to know GCP or Azure, Cloud Plus is great because it will teach you the memory ballooning. It will tell you more about virtualization of the CPUs, how it actually works under the hood. That's great. So when you will go to that, I think that the exam costs around $300. And there's also the renewal process where you need to fulfill the credit system and pay some fee. It's very common with the CISSP or the cloud certifications and any others. So that's something that also I think that is worth to explore. When you will go to renewal, you see here, you need to have like 50 credits per renewal, which means doing some research, reading the books, writing articles, or doing videos like I'm doing now. All of these things you can do with the Cloud Plus. And same thing is with Security Plus. If you will look for Security Plus, there are actually videos on YouTube that you can explore and you can get through that very easily. So Security Plus is also something if you're looking for the basics and understanding security, that's something where you can go. If you are looking for something more advanced, that's not for you. I'm telling you just straightforward. But if you combine Cloud Plus and Security Plus, then you should be able to reach Comptia Secure Cloud Professional exam. I think that this is something to consider if you are looking for something independent. Another great option is to create a study group. And basically, this study group is something where you can learn with your colleagues. It's something that I really appreciate, and I'm doing that in my own job. Basically, meeting each other for 20 to 40 minutes per session, one or two times per week. Basically, it's up to you. And I have a few rules related to that. Basically, I'm trying to hide or basically delete the differences between seniors and juniors. So it's controlled by the group. Anyone decide what you want to learn. You learn together. You have topics like Kubernetes, AWS, Python, whenever you select. All kinds of seniority, including managers. Everyone is welcome, and this is a safe zone. There's nobody who is like being considered as stupid or nobody being considered as not equal to the others. There are no stupid questions, and we define what we want to learn. That's something that I recommend for everyone who wants to grow in your own work or in your working environment and you don't have enough time to learn. Maybe you can talk with your management and basically go this path. I really recommend that because basically your colleagues are learning with you and you have this shared experience. I didn't mention in this video the SANS certifications because they are super expensive, and I think that it's just super expensive. So that's why I didn't cover them here in this video. I'm trying to make it affordable for you and even something that's feasible for, I would say, mortal human beings. Thank you for watching today's episode. Maybe I forgot to mention some certifications or some trainings. If you know about some of them, please let them in my comments or our comments, and I will be looking for you in the next episode. Cheers for today, and see you next time.